What is going on, everyone? Alex Prime here, and today we will be taking a look at the recently released PDP Rock Candy wired controller for the Nintendo Switch. So, I got the blue one, because this one is actually for my wife, and her PC is white and blue themed, and her Switch dock is near that, so I thought, wow, this is gonna look really good with that. But there are several colors. So if blue is not your fancy, there's purple, there's a dark blue, there's the one I got, the light blue, a dark green, a light green, yellow, orange, red. I'm not sure if that's like a darkish pink, and then a light pink. So there's a lot of colors. It says here it's ergonomic, reliable, and has a detachable cable. So that's nice. And it's actually an 8-foot cable. You can see there. So the cable is a pretty decent length. Some are 10, some are 6. This is right there in the middle. PDP make nice controllers. If you guys saw my earlier video, I did get a PDP controller for myself, which is the Wired Pro. This one is the one where you can put the headphone jack in. And it has buttons on the back. These ones here. Neither of which this one can do, but this is a little bit cheaper. It's a $20 controller in the US. It's $30 here in Canada, but you get a fully functional Pro Controller like controller for $20. That is a pretty incredible value. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I'm just going to cut to the video. I don't want to open it with one hand. So the next scene you'll see is the open controller. Okay, and we're back. So this is what's inside the box. There really isn't much. There's this, what is this? A quick start guide. It's a controller. I don't know why you would really need this, but if you do need it, it's here. Basic stuff. There's a helpline on the back if you need to contact PDP for warranty or whatever. Here's the controller. Before we get into that, let's take a look at the cable here. So it is a detachable cable like it said on the box. And what's really cool is the cable is actually white. So it will match the controller, which of course is blue and white, or any of those other aforementioned colors with white. So it looks really nice. It does have this thing here, so it doesn't have too much tension on the wire while it's plugged into the dock. And the other end has one here as well. It is an 8-foot cable. The connection is micro USB, in case you were wondering. You can see there. So it's unfortunate it's not Type C, but again, this is a $20 controller. What can you do? They're going to make concessions like that. So we can see here on the controller, there again, USB Type, not Type C. We wish it was Type C. Micro USB. So this controller is super light. And the plastic is not great. This is really cheap quality plastic. Again, you guys got to understand, $20 controller. They're going to make shortcuts, and the cheapness of the plastic is something I'm willing to deal with when you're spending for $20, as opposed to something like this. This one costs a bit more than this other PDP controller, but this has better build quality. And again, you get the microphone thing and the 2 buttons. So this is the face-off edition controller, but the difference here, the cable is not detachable, so that sucks. I really don't like that. Whereas this one has a detachable cable. I wish they would have put that in the face-off model too, but it is what it is. Let's take a look at the buttons, see how they are. So these feel fine, very clicky. They're not sticking at all. We have the home button here, not bad. Plus and minus are good. The capture button is excellent. See, what's good about this is they're all kind of the same consistency. Whereas some controllers, some of the buttons don't match. These all feel the same. The clickiness of the analog sticks. You can even see it move around in there. I love that. That's so cool. Okay, so that feels good. The D-pad. This is not great. This is a very mediocre D-pad. Not gonna lie to you. Feels very similar to the official Nintendo Switch Pro Controller, which also has... This is actually better. But the Nintendo Switch Pro Controller, the official one, I don't like this D-pad. I think it's very bad. This is a little bit worse than that one. Whereas this one, I find, is a little bit nicer. Nothing spectacular, but it's better than both of these other two. And then on the top, we have our shoulder button. That feels fine. The trigger is kind of loose. That's fine. Oh, actually, it's not bad. It's just it feels a little different than the regular Pro controller. Yeah, that feels a lot nicer. But again, $20, and it's not bad or anything. Other than the D-pad, the D-pad is not great, so I would not suggest this if you're planning to play a lot with the D-pad. You might want to spend a little more to get a nicer controller. But all the other buttons are fine. These sticks feel good. They travel easily, and there's no sort of friction there. Well, not too much friction anyways. It's good bounce back. And they click in, no problem. So everything here is fine. This D-pad is not great. And these, they're okay. They just don't feel amazing. But again, the Switch Pro controllers, they're all digital anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And on the back, there's no extra buttons, but again, this is a basic controller, so I don't really expect that. But overall, for $20, really, this is a great option if you want a Pro controller, but you don't want to spend. Pro controllers here in Canada are $90. This is $30, so you're saving a lot. Obviously, this doesn't have anything like the NFC or the any of the rumble, any of that stuff. It's not here, but this is just your super basic Pro controller. You can see here, this is where the rumble things would have been, but you can see right through them. There's nothing there, so that's where the rumble would have been, but they're just not there. Super basic entry-level controller. But the things that matter are good. So the analog sticks and the face buttons and the bumpers, these buttons are fine. Triggers are whatever. They're digital, doesn't matter. And these buttons feel good too. I like this capture button. That feels excellent. But yeah, that's about it, guys. The PDP Rock Candy Nintendo Switch Pro controller. It's definitely smaller than the standard controller. Like, for me, I have big hands, so this feels more comfortable to me. But for my wife, since her hands are smaller, like you can notice, like my hand covers so much more of this. This is small compared to the other Pro controllers or even the other PDP controller. So if you want a smaller Pro controller, this would probably be more comfortable for you. So that's something to consider as well. So there you go. There's a little bit of an overview. If you guys have any questions about the controller, let me know in the comments section below. I'll try to answer as many as I can. And yeah, check it out. There's a lot of colors. All right, see you later. Bye.